Hey guys, today I have a video for you in the FV4 202 on Westfield. And this video is kind of going to be about staying calm under pressure, right? Where even though if you're reading your map correctly and you're recognizing what position you're in, and there's kind of no easy way of getting out of it, still just hold your own and it might work out for you. And that's exactly what happens here. So we're going to go with our 4202 into the bottom right of the map. And we do have 2 light tanks per team on Westfield, which is very daunting to go out into the field this way. But both of our light tanks are in good positions, luckily. There are plenty of times where light tanks I'll see go up the hill, like the enemies. Look at that, they have one up on the hill. But we're gonna pay very close attention to that map throughout the video. And it's definitely one reason why you use the square map, in my opinion, over the compass map. Because you're able to read the map and how the fight's going. So one of their other light tanks is going to start heading out to the far bottom right, where a bat chat already is. Now this part kind of annoyed me. You can see our T55A, I think it is. Yep, that's a T55A. Is not letting them come around the corner. And he's fighting a 2-on-1 by pushing the corner instead of falling back and letting them around the corner so we can help him out. And he decides to do exactly what I just mentioned, a little too late. And inadvertently gives them a little bit more extra cover. So already, I'm sort of by myself with one heavy tank behind me. And I check to see what it is. It's an E5. He's out in the open getting shot in the side, but I'm hoping he pushes forward to get some cover. We have both our light tanks in the middle, which is where they need to be, but we also have a light tank and a bat chat, and now a 50B to my right. I knocked down that tree so that I can use it as concealment to poke like that. And it does let me get a shot off into the 2685, who was going to potentially drive out and go join the 50B. But I did not want to let that happen, so I made sure to shoot him, and it did luckily scare him away. Now I switched to Hesh here. This vehicle doesn't have a premium round that gains penetration, but instead does more damage with less penetration in a Hesh round. And I switched to Hesh because I'm fighting a light tank, a bat chat, and a 50B. Easy tanks to pen with Hesh. And as you can see there, I got 2 full pens on the bat chat. And now I'm going to pen the cheek of the 50B. And we have a 390 alpha gun, but we're hitting for 450 average there. Unfortunately here with the light tank, I did hit its turret instead of its hull. And it does have spaced armor on its turret, so I only did 200 damage. But I question whether or not I want to switch yet. But now that he's been hit by a 300 alpha round, I say I can definitely splash him if I need to. And there he goes. He backs up. It gives me the kill. And now the heavy tank, I don't know when he died, but he's dead, right? And it's 10-13. And I still have a bat chat, a 50B, and the 2685 in the corner to worry about. But I need to help my team in the middle because both my light tanks are being pushed by 3 tanks. You have a T58 heavy, I think that's what that said. A 4005 is going to call it something else. And a medium in the middle now. And my light tank's kind of retreating. So I'm being abandoned, right? The light tank's leaving. The tank destroyer cannot help me in this situation I am currently in. I still have a Hesh round loaded. I go to just shoot it. And after I shoot and miss, that's when I switch. And I'm angling my turret further away to increase the angle of my right side. And to not give a flat mouth. And he does take the bait. He does bounce off my side. Now I see the 50Bs rushing. And so I put a shot into him and then see the bat chat's leaving. And I do risk taking damage from the 2685 and the 50B to get rid of that bat chat. I had to. And now I'm being kind of aggressed upon by the 50B and a 2685. And look at that. On the G line. There goes the 2685 though. Artie, I think, helped me out putting damage into him, and I was able to finish him off. We have a AMX-30 aggressing my tank destroyer and light tank position. And I have 2 mediums under me. And the 4005 is still alive. But luckily, the 50B decides not to come around the corner and just blast away with an autoloader into me. Instead, I get to turn around and start shooting into the AMX-30 to help my tank destroyer out, who's the only person left in my vicinity to even help me with any fight we have. Now, earlier it was 10-13, but now it's 8-6. And somehow, I wasn't immediately murdered in my abandoned position. But it's not over yet, so still wary about the 50B that I believe is still alive. But now this 4005 is making a terrible mistake. And I could load Hesh, but I realized he's a 2-shot regardless of Hesh, so there was no need to switch. And there he goes. He's out of the game. Now it's 7-4. So now I feel confident. I've only taken 1 shot of damage from a low caliber gun. So I'm going to push forward where I see 2 tanks are already spotted in the other parts of the map. And there's an artillery piece left. So now's my time to just be aggressive. And in that whole situation, it really was about reading the map. Seeing where you might have shots, right? Seeing the tanks in the middle were shootable. Now, that was a very lucky Hesh pen. 545 high roll as well on the Chieftain. Now, I loaded that Hesh for artillery, but it ended up working out. I'm able to take out the Chieftain from all the way over here. Now, here's the artillery, which I did load Hesh back for. 528. There we go. That's what we like to see, right? Earlier, we were hitting for 450 average, and that's 3 500 alpha rounds in a row. And that 50B was still alive, but I didn't get to take him out. And we did 7,500 damage. In a situation where we were being abandoned, left alone, we got a top gun. And for some reason, I feel like the deciding factor to me in that fight wasn't just the fact that I was able to read the map and see what shots I had. Took any opportunity I could. I got rid of the bat chat while he was running. I shot the 2685 before he got to the corner. He ended up getting to the corner anyway. I shot the 50B while he was running out. I think that 50B was really scared of me for some reason, and it's because I probably hit him with Hesh. If he would have just rushed me, it would have been game over for me. I was alone. A tank destroyer was my tank destroyer that was able to help me was being bothered by the AMX-30. So if the 50B had rushed me, my game would have been over. But luckily he didn't, and I was able to stay calm under the pressure of being alone or surrounded by very scary tanks like a 2685 and such, and I was still able to make it out alive. But there you go. That's the 4202 gameplay for you on Westfield. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.